I like it. I think the Switch 2 will do absolutely fine. In fact, I would even go bolder and say it will outperform the original Switch in time. I'm probably going to wait a bit until I get one myself, but not just because of the price, but because it generally has always been a good idea to wait. I kinda want something in different colors. Like, do you guys remember the Animal Crossing Switch? That thing looked amazing, and I don't even like Animal Crossing that much. I'm just a big fan of pastel. That said, is there anything that would make me tip over completely? Something that would make me go, hey, actually I need to get this right now. Donkey Kong looks great, Mario Kart World looks amazing, and but more than anything, it would be Pokemon, Fire Emblem, and Zelda. Legends CA will be on the Switch 1, and I would imagine the next generation is probably going to take more time in development. I don't have any basis for this, but it kind of just seems like it would make sense if they're developing from the Scarlet and Violet open world thing, and with the graphics potential of the Switch 2. So I'm almost more willing to bet there will be a remake, and that would be cool, but even that will probably be on the Switch 1. Fire Emblem Three Houses was actually the reason I bought a Switch, because I played it at a friend's place and I liked it, but I never ended up playing Engage because it just did not look like something that would appeal to me. I'll play it someday, but I haven't been too stressed about it. So, assuming that the next Fire Emblem looks appealing or is potentially a remake, I would be very inclined to get a Switch 2. Anything Zelda related, from the next big open world game to something more classic, would be a major draw. I don't have too much to say about this though. Every Zelda game is completely different, so who knows what to expect. People have been pointing out the price as a major deterrent towards the Switch 2, but I don't think that's enough to make a console fail. The worst thing that could happen would be bad games, and so far the Switch 2 looks good, but to me, a flaky consumer, there isn't enough revealed to say, wow, I gotta get this thing. In fact, if I were to get one right now, it would probably be because I want to get my Switch 1 games with better performance, and that's not a good selling point. I think the Switch 2 may very well end up being the best console launch ever and the best performing console, but I think that's accounting for how many generations we now have who have grown up playing Nintendo games and how many of them now have nostalgia and disposable income. There has been a lot of negative press that is very understandable, but I don't think that has been enough to impact things as a whole. There still seems to be a general hype that is cross-generational. Along with that, now is a perfect time to get a Switch 2 if you missed out on the Switch 1 library, which is very solid. To me, a Switch owner, that's not a good selling point, but to many others, that is. More than anything, games matter, and I don't think we're only going to see bad games after this. Bad Pokemon, bad Zelda, bad Animal Crossing. In fact, there's probably going to be an additional kind of hype that comes with these new games. I liked Animal Crossing fine, but I also missed out when it was at its biggest, so I never got to visit my friends' islands or have them visit mine, and there's a huge potential for this to become the next big social thing, which would be a huge draw even for me, a moderate enjoyer. Along with that, what is the next Smash Bros going to be? Are they just going to keep adding new characters? Probably not. I would not be surprised if this got the Mario Kart World treatment. Maybe we'll get less characters but an open world and three-dimensional fighting. That sounds awful, but we also don't know what that would look like. What if you could walk around the city as Captain Falcon and fight random strangers online? Adding a big social thing seems to be an ongoing trend. I think I just described Dark Souls now that I'm thinking about it. Super Smash Bros. Dark Souls. It kinda sounds good, I don't know. I am a bit curious about this release strategy they're doing, but I think it's a bit too early to properly analyze it. And the more that I've talked about this, the more I kind of find myself wanting a Switch 2. I mean, there is a lot of potential here. The Switch 1 is probably my favorite game console of all time, and all I really wanted out of a Switch 2 was an improved Switch, and that's what we're getting. I can't complain, but I'm in no rush. Wow, Wii, mouse controls, yeah, one day Switch 2, one day.